As an evil god, she agreed to give birth to a human child. Or rather, the kind that can be born right away. It was just because the man liked the idea of having a sister, and as the most evil god in the world, Shaniweio could easily meet this requirement. And there was a more important reason. The evil god, like the man, was an eternal existence. Only an evil god could stay with the man forever. It turns out that this man, Linze, was the first passerby in this world. Unlike other passersby, he did not open the god realm of Long Outjin, but instead obtained immortality. So, in the long years that followed, he sent away one mortal after another. Finally, after enduring loneliness for tens of thousands of years, he decided to open the door of the Forbidden Realm. He proposed to the mother god who has given birth to thousands of children, Shaniweio. At this moment, the evil god blushed. "Human, do you know what you are talking about? I am an evil god, looking for happiness with such a great existence, but you have to pay the price." Linze, however, seriously spoke again. "I'm not kidding. Evil god, please marry me." Although the evil god said she appreciated his courage, she warned that if the man couldn't give a satisfactory reason, she would make him regret it. "I choose to propose to you for a reason," he said. "First, you are a mother god. There is no doubt that you are a woman. Second, you are an evil god. You have a lot of charm, and I liked this even before I traveled. Third, and the most important point, you are an immortal monster like me. Only you can stay with me forever. And in order to be qualified to summon you, I have spent countless years exterminating infinite creatures to absorb your power. But as long as I can get eternal companionship, I'm willing to do anything." After learning Linze's mind, the scene fell into a short pause. "Are you really willing to do anything?" A voice sounded from behind the devil's door. The next second, the ancient stone door slowly opened, and a white-haired beauty walked out of it. "In that case, until the day you die, you have to keep liking me, Shaniweio." Linze immediately put the wedding ring on her finger and answered, "My dear wife, there is absolutely no problem." Shaniweio was obviously surprised. She became embarrassed after the ring was on her finger and hurried to the side, her little face shy. "What should I do? I just promised the first person who ever proposed to me." She looked at Linze with a shy look. "This person looks pretty." Then, remembering she was an evil god, she immediately said arrogantly, "Linze, after you and I become husband and wife, do you have any wishes?" Linze spoke out, "I want to have a child with you, Shaniweio." Hearing this, Shaniweio said that as a mother god, giving birth to a child was her specialty. She said that whatever kind of child Linze wanted, she could give birth to it now. Linze was stunned. He pointed to the tomb behind them. "Give birth now? Right here." At this time, Shaniweio invoked her powers, saying, "As long as you tell me what kind of child you want to have." Then a sickly smile gradually appeared on her face. "I will be very gentle. It will be over soon." Linze's words were even more fierce as he pointed to his own head. "I have a child," Shaniweio seriously explained. "As the mother god, I have the ability to create any mortal. It doesn't matter what gender it is, or how many children you want, Linze. I can give them to you right away." Then she summoned countless tentacles to tie the man up. "I'm going to give you a child now." The man spoke again. "What I want is not that kind of child, but the crystallization of our love, Shaniweio." As soon as he said this, Shaniweio's face turned red. "I know what you're talking about. Even if we're a couple, you can't say that in front of me." Linze grabbed Shaniweio's tail. "The so-called couple. It doesn't matter if the soul and body are closely connected, as long as they are passionate about being with each other. So, I want to have a wedding with you, Shaniweio." He is the first man in 10,000 years to propose to the mother god Haisheniang. But today, he came with his wife to register for marriage at the human church. Because of their love for each other, Linze wants to take this opportunity to find out the Dark Creator. And as for his wife, Shaniweio, she wants to use this wedding to let Mia hand over the right of the evil god. The two of them, with such thoughts, were brought into the church by a woman named Maria. After Linze's explanation, Maria found out that they were newlyweds who came to the church of Diue to make an appointment for a wedding. Maria pushed up her glasses. "The people here are important. A marriage that is not recognized by the church of Diue is not a formal union. It seems you still don't understand the importance of marriage." Next, I and the jury will make sure you are qualified to be a couple. It turns out that the Faroese kingdom values marriage very much. If you can't get married smoothly, then life will change a lot. Hearing this, Shaniweio held her hands nervously. Linze, why do you know so much? Because the creator of the Church of Diwe is just one of my friends. After coming to the Church of Diwe, Chief Judge Maria first raised a question. A good material foundation is the guarantee of marriage. How much money do you two newlyweds have? Linze and Shaniweio said at the same time that they didn't need money in their previous lives, so naturally they didn't have a single penny. You don't have a penny? Then what assets do you have that make you carefree? Shaniweio answered cheerfully, we have a big house. It is in a very quiet place. If you raise your head, you can see the twinkling stars. The field of vision is really open. Occasionally, there will be a breeze, and it's very comfortable to feel it blow. At this time, the judge felt more and more that something was wrong. Isn't Linze just a poor man without a penny? Did he kidnap the silly princess Shaniweio? But Shaniweio seemed to be immersed in happiness. She thinks that the graves are filled with people important to Linze. As his wife, of course, she will cherish them as much as he does. Now the judge was more certain. Shaniweio was kidnapped by Linze. So she asked, Miss Shaniweio, how long have you known Mr. Linze? You didn't just meet, did you? Shaniweio was a little confused by the question and waved her hands in a panic. Well, this one. I met him for the first time yesterday. You just met yesterday and you came to get married? Sure enough, she's just a little girl. Recently, there have been many incidents in the world where evil gods have deceived women. Judge Maria, I now have a reason to suspect Mr. Linze as a suspect. If a white-haired girl comes up and says that she is your wife, and then uses her hand to block your mouth, would you go home with her? After Shaniweio traveled back to Linze's world, it was not easy to find him. She came to him with a smile and a happy face, but in exchange, he was a little lonely. He pretended not to see her. Don't bother me while I'm sleeping. To Shaniweio's ears, this was just a cold wind. After all, Linze doesn't know her now. So, with a deep squat, she slowly approached him to be gentle. Let me tell you a secret. I'm actually your future wife. This sentence, suddenly, made Linze stand up and look at the strange girl who was laughing by his side. But suddenly, a pair of hands reached out from the side. Look at the line, classmate. Everything comes first. You have to line up. Now it was Shaniweio's turn to be confused. What's the situation? Seeing her face, Linze said, because these two are also well. One liked Linze for 5 years, and one swore to the gods that she must be his bride in this life. And the other is more important. Since childhood, they have been childhood sweethearts. She has known Linze for more than 10 years and believes that the last person he chooses must be her. Then she pointed to a crowd of noisy people not far away. That's the Linze harem. This was a lot for Shaniweio to take in. The second girl behind her was persuading her, wake up, you can't beat us. And Linze suddenly came out with, fall in love? Let's not even talk about it. If there's nothing else, I'll go first. But Linze didn't expect that the next second, he was entangled. Wait a minute. You have to stay with me during this time. Whether you like it or not, just think of it as me using you. At the same time, on the other side, Linze covered his head. His memory seems to have changed a bit, and behind him came the sound of a regine. This time, the god of pigs is destroyed. The creator specially invited a lot of people. I have to make sure you are healthy. If there's anything, just tell me. But at this time, a familiar word came to him. Is there ham on the Ruejin ship? Did Utasi eat it? But as Linze turned his head, their two eyes met at that moment. The small box can actually contain information from all over the world. It can even be used to learn new knowledge. A few minutes ago, Shaniweio asked Linze to eat his favorite food. An embarrassed Linze could only be forced to take it home. But in the end, he still couldn't stand it. The other party broke his history record. It looked so delicious. The atmosphere was a bit embarrassing. Shaniweio had to say the right thing. Linze, your world is really very regular. It's very hidden about magic and mystery. And Linze was helpless about it. Are you really my future wife? That is to say, in the future, I will definitely travel to another world. Shaniweio was shocked. But of course, you will become an immortal under the curse of eternal life. and I am just here to clear that curse, to return to the evil god of this era." Faced with such a shameful speech, Linze nodded and said, "Even if what you said is true, what exactly should that evil god do?" The next second, Shaniweio used his wisdom to tell the answer. "The future Linze didn't tell me what to do. She started playing music. So, until the curse happens, I can only stay with you." After she finished, she said she was going to have a dream. But before going to bed, Linze reminded her, "Did you forget something?" Shaniweio's eyes were so fierce that he forgot to eat. Linze rushed to interrupt. "Because before coming, in case of Shaniweio, I have to bring the two of them." In the living room at this time, Linze's mother just went home. What caught her eye was the scene. She thought she opened the door the wrong way. "Mom, listen to me explain to you. It's a little complicated." But Linze's mom, who couldn't hear a word of it, was glad for her son's behavior. "It's all my fault. I didn't know you had entered the adult world so early." When he heard this, Linze panicked and denied it. But at this point, Shaniweio ran up. "Mother, don't worry. As the guide of the adult world, I will take care of him." This made a total mess for Linze. "Please don't make things worse, okay?" Then he sent the two of them away, leaving a key for them to keep it a secret, inviting them to play next time. The new classmate, who came and said she was your wife. This suddenly caused the boys in the class to be angry. And one stood up for you. "What do you want to do with my fiancé?" Fortunately, the teacher immediately stopped them. Otherwise, there would have been another incident. Classmate Shaniweio, since you are his fiancé, just sit next to him. Hearing this, she smiled and said thank you. She couldn't help but feel it when she first sat next to Linze. "I really thank you, God of Evil." And Shaniweio smiled gently and opened her mouth. "You have to go out with me during lunch break." Linze suddenly had a bad feeling. "Although our school is not closed, if it's okay, there's no need to go out." But Shaniweio's next words suddenly made Linze's heart pound. "I haven't bought a swimsuit for this afternoon's swimming class. Can you help me pick one?" A moment later, countless pictures flashed through Linze's mind. He shouted out with a flushed face, "You can't wear that kind of weird clothes in school." Suddenly, the whole class was so angry they wanted to take him. His embarrassing toes could poke out 3 times a day. And this is what was reflected in Shaniweio's mind after seeing it. Linze seems to be easily teased at this time. There is a kind of happiness that I can bully him. Not long after, Linze was full of sweat on the bus. "It's so hot. Can you not sit so close?"